Hello and welcome to Core with Core. Today we have an exercise with no equipment at all. All you will need is a soft surface. So whenever you're ready, you're going to meet me lying on your back, facing in one direction. All right, once you are lying on your back, let's put those fingertips on those hip bones and we're going to navigate our neutral. So we're just going to sway those knees side to side, just waking up that body. Becoming aware of that bone we're rocking side to side on. It is our sacrum bone. So maybe we make those knee sways a little bit smaller, trying to navigate a place we feel balanced from east to west. Once you find that place, we're going to hold the knees still and we'll switch to pelvic rocking. So keeping the glutes down, I want you to release everything down onto the mat and then arch the back away. And again, noticing that this movement is falling through the pelvis, through those hip bones, rocking them forward and back. Same idea here, making these a little bit smaller, finding that place of balance from north to south now. If you find that place, we will hold still, and we're going to go into our hundreds. You are welcome to keep your feet on the mat, otherwise we are going to hover the knees above those hip bones. Place those hands up to the sky, palms facing towards the toes. You're going to exhale, drop the hands down at your hips. Find that ab curl, rapidly pulse those hands up an inch and down an inch. Gliding the ribcage down to those hip bones, scooping that belly button in and up. Let's add our breath. We inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe come up a little bit higher. Keep pulsing those hands at a fast pace. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's kick those legs out at a low diagonal, only if that feels good for your back for the last set. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug those knees. And then we'll get prepped for our roll up. So we are going to drop those legs all the way nice and long on that mat. Anchor the feet down onto the ground. And we're going to lift our hands above head. We're going to slowly rock the top of the body to come up to a seated position. So we bring the arms up first. Then we stack one vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way up to seated. Stack over the legs. And again, keep those hands forward as we roll back down one vertebrae at a time. Drop hands overhead. And repeat. Try and resist using the legs to help you. It is all the abdominals working here. Helping you come up to that seated position. Taking that rest for that stretch. And then rocking yourself very slowly back, down. We have 3. Last 2. And last one. On this last one, we will stay in that seated position. So using that full core to help you up, rocking over, and staying there. All right, we are going to go into roll like a ball. If you do not like the sense of rolling onto your spine, I want you to stick with those roll down. We're going to find a seated position in a balancing spot on those sitting bones. You're going to hover those toes right above the mat, pointing them, grabbing onto the fronts of those shins. We're going to roll to our back. Use that core, find that balance. And repeat. Roll to your back. Use that core, find that balance. If you don't like this, if this is too much on your spine, I want you to stick with those roll-ups. We have 3. 2. And last one, rolling to that spine, using that core to stabilize you on those tips of sitting bones. Great job. We are now going to go into our side lying legs to wake up those glutes. We'll find our way lying down on one side. You will be lying down on your left hip. We will be working with our right leg first. So we are just going to start with some kicks here. So I want to make sure those hips stay even. The top hip is stacked on top of the bottom hip. It does not rock to the back or the front. They stay stacked. We're going to take this top arm, we're going to wrap it around our waist and push into that mat so we find that tiny little gap for those obliques. And then when you're ready, we're going to kick that foot forward in line with our hips still. Flex the foot as we swipe it back. And repeat, point the toe, kick forward, flex foot, come back. Keeping those hips glued on top of each other the entire time. We're going to add a lift on both sides. So we lift up, lower back down, point the toe, kick forward, lift up, lower back down, flex to come back. Lift up, lower back down, point, kick forward, lift up, lower back down, flex to come back. Going nice and slow and controlled, keeping those hips stacked. Last 2. And last 1. Kicking back, lifting up. We're going to straighten out that bottom leg. We're going to keep that top leg nice and tall, working that inner thigh of that bottom leg, having it come up to meet that top leg. Lower back down. Reaching up, lower back down. Keep that top leg nice and high so you have some challenge of reaching that bottom leg to touch it. Keep pushing into that mat with that wrapped around arm to help stabilize that core. Working those thighs as well as that top oblique. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go into scissors. Keep both legs lifted. We swipe both legs to opposite corners of the mat. Come back to center, swipe to the other side. Come back to center. Working that top oblique again here. Trying to keep yourself still on the mat, just swiping those legs. We have 4, 3, last 2, and last one. I want you to end where your bottom leg is in that top corner. You can drop that bottom leg now. We're going to hot potato the leg out to glute, to burn out that glute one more time. You drop the foot twice, you lift it up, drop it twice in front of the other foot, lift back up. Feeling that top of that side glute burning up here every time you lift that leg up. Tapping twice, lift back up. We have 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Bend those knees in, give that hip a pat, waking it back up, and then we'll come up and we'll go onto the other side. So we're going to wrap ourselves around. You'll be coming down onto your right hip now, dropping your head to rest in your hand, stacking that knee underneath at that 90-degree angle. We start with those swipes again, so we wrap that hand around our waist. We lift that leg up, and we point the toe as we kick it forward, flex to come back to center. Kick forward, flex to return. Keep those hips nice and stacked. And let's add those lifts on your next one. We lift up, lower back down, point, come forward, lift up, lower back down, flex to return. Last two. And last one. Keep that leg nice and straight. Straighten that bottom leg. We're gonna have that bottom leg meet that top leg again. Coming up, drop back down, come back up, drop back down. Keep pushing into that mat, helping those obliques stay nice and lifted off of that corner of the mat. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those legs lifted. We find those scissors again. Feet separate, come back to center, come to other sides. Push into that top hand around your waist to help with the core. Going slow and controlled here. We have Winston coming to join. For 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna drop that top leg in that top corner. Going to hot potato, you're gonna drop that foot twice, lift it up, drop it twice in front of it, lift back up. Using that side glute to lift that leg up to the sky, dropping it down twice, lift back up. We have 4, 3, last 2, and last 1 on each side. Lifting up, bend those knees, give that hip a pat. All right, let's go onto our back now. We're going to lie all the way down onto our stomach. And we're going to work out that back. So I want you to stack your hands on top of each other. Rest your head down. You're going to bend your knees and sway them side to side. Just relaxing that back. All right, we're going to straighten those legs all the way out, pressing them down onto the mat, keeping those hands stacked on top of each other. We're going to work on that low back first. So we're going to lift the legs up, lower back down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Keeping that head rested down on those hands. Squeezing those glutes to help you lift up, lower back down. Now let's switch to the chest. So we're gonna lift the chest up, lower back down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Working out those posture muscles that help us stand nice and tall. And let's string everything together. So we're gonna lift both the legs and the head. Lower everything back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We have 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted. We're going to straighten out those arms. We're going to add some pulls. You're going to pull those elbows into the side of the waist. Come back out. Pull elbows. Come back out. Make sure you're pulling that belly button away from that t-shirt, protecting that low back in this position. Let's add a swipe of the leg so everything comes open. We squeeze everything together. Open, squeeze together. Moving those legs out and in. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it all down. Rest the head on the hands. Go back into those knee sways. All right, let's drop those legs back down. We're gonna lift just the chest now. Lifting up, lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. On your next one, we stay nice and high. We lift those legs, we straighten those arms, single arm pulls. Diving into the side of that back. Each time you bend those elbows. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten everything out, swim it out. Kicking the opposite leg and opposite arm. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop everything down, bend those knees, sway side to side. All right, when we are ready, we have made it to the end of class. We're gonna go into some Pilates push-ups. So we'll come on to all 4. Having those hands below those shoulders, those knees are going to be below your hips. We're gonna start with our right leg extended out. And you're gonna bend those elbows, bringing the chest down to the mat. Come back up. And repeat, bend those elbows. Come back up. So we're leading the chest down. Think about using the backs of those arms to create this push-up. It is a tricep push-up. All right, on our next one, let's drop that long leg. We're gonna just press the toes into the mat. We're gonna tuck that knee into chest, find that round back, drop that knee, find that push-up again. Drop the leg, find that ab curl. For 2. And 1, hold that knee and swipe side to side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that knee, bring the other knee to meet it. We sit back into those ankles, we take our child's pose. And then we come back up to all 4s, and we'll go onto the other leg. Extending that other leg out now, having it raise up a little bit higher than the mat. You find that lead with that chest down, come back up. Leading the chest down, come back up. Finding that engagement in those triceps each time. On your next one, we'll add that ab curl. We drop that foot down, we curl that knee in, lower back down, find that tricep push-up. Lower foot, curl that knee in, lower back down. You have 3. Last 2. And last 1. Hold that knee into chest. We swipe side to side for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that knee down, separate those knees. Take that child's pose. All right, let's stretch out our back to finish class. So go back to all 4s. You're gonna lift one arm up to ceiling, take that gaze up too. And then thread the needle. Swiping that arm underneath the opposite arm. Let that top arm come out long. Maybe sit a little bit lower in those hips. Feeling that nice stretch for your back. Maybe you take that top arm and wrap around your waist, opening up that chest a little bit. Return that hand back down underneath its matching shoulder. Unthread that needle, look up. Drop that hand back down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Looking up to the sky. Threading that needle. Maybe lifting the arm up and forward on that mat. Or we take that bind. Unbind that arm, place it below its shoulder, lifting yourself back up slowly, looking up to the sky, and dropping that hand down. Thank you so much for joining me today, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a workout with me. Bye.